Welcome. We're going to meet at the front of our mat in Mountain Pose, Tadasana. Palms are facing forward, lengthening your tailbone towards the floor, a long and straight spine. We'll breathe here. Inhale, arms up to touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, palms to shins, half lift. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. Maybe you can set the top of your hands down onto the floor and relax. Inhale all the way up, hands come up to touch, hands through prayer. Inhale, hands come down, around and up to touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, fold. Opposite elbows. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, hands through prayer. Inhale, hands up to touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, step back, plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees here. Find length in your spine. When you're ready, bicycle out the legs. If you can't bring your heels to touch the ground, that's okay. Don't judge yourself. Inhale. Step to the front of your mat. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands come around and up to touch. Exhale, hands at prayer. Inhale, hands around and up to touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees deeply here. Find a straight line from your wrists all the way to your tailbone. And if you can, start to pedal out your legs. Maybe you can get one down at a time. Maybe you can get both. Or maybe you just keep a deep bend. Inhale, step forward. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands around and up to touch. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, put your left hand down on your thigh and your right hand comes up in a side bend. And now we try on the other side. Inhale, both hands come up. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, hands come around up to touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, lap back. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Inhale, down through a little push-up and upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, hands up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Go through chaturanga if you can, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Now step your left foot forward. Bring your hands up. Warrior One. Now if you'd like, you can bring your hands down to your hips and make sure both are squared to the front of the room. You can lengthen your tailbone, bring your navel in through your spine. When you're ready, exhale, step back, go through chaturanga, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Now step to the front of the mat, hands to shins, inhale, half lift, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we're going to squat into chair pose. Glance down and make sure that you can see your toes in front of your knees. Knit your ribs, lengthen your tailbone. Keep the back of your neck long. Take some deep breaths here. Next inhale, lengthen your legs, hands come up to prayer. Now step mat width apart, your left and your right leg. Fold forward. Hands to shins, find a flat back. Now fold, and maybe you can grab both of your toes. Weight is going to be distributed into the front of your feet. You want to have one straight line on the back of your legs. Deep breaths here. And when you're ready, going to find some length in the back of your spine, and then we're going to reach our hands underneath our feet. Maybe you feel this in the back of your thighs, deep stretch. If you can't go here, grabbing your toes is fine too. Perfect. Hands to shins, flat back, hands to hips. Allow some blood to go back to your head. Take your left foot and step back, facing the side of the room. Toes point slightly in. Hands to hips. Neutral. Fold forward. You can grab your toes. Inhale and find some length, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to ground, flat back, exhale, and use your hands and your arms to pull you back through between your legs. Inhale, flat back, exhale, hands to hips, and stand up. Inhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Exhale, fold forward. Use your shoulders to find length in your back. Try to bring them as close to the floor as possible. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring your hands down to the floor, push up, half lift. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, stand up. We'll meet back at the front of the mat. shoulders forward, up, down, around in the back. And now the opposite way. Find a neutral's back, and then we're going to sweep your arms up. Grab a hold of your right elbow and pull it. Nice deep stretch here. Maybe you get a little side bend, wiggle your body a little. Okay, go ahead and do the opposite elbow. Maybe you find a side bend on this side. When you're ready, go ahead and bring your hands down to your side. And we're going to step back with the right foot to a runner's lunge. And make sure that your knee is over your ankle and your back right leg is straight. Pulling your heel towards the back of the room. You're going to lean forward a little so you have more weight up into your left leg. If you have a block nearby, go ahead and put it on the right side of your left foot for a spinal twist. When you're doing the spinal twist, make sure that you're plugging your hips into the socket and keeping them in a neutral place. Okay, hands to knees, stand up, arms up in full runner's lunge. Bring your left hand back behind you for a side twist. Inhale, and now the opposite way. Your left hand forward. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to the floor. You can go through chaturanga, or we can meet in downward facing dog. Step to the front of the mat. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands around and up to touch. Through prayer, exhale. Step your left foot back. Runner's lunge on the opposite side. Check your knee to ankle alignment. Left leg is straight. Fold over just a little so you have a straight line from the top of your head all the way to your heel. Now if you used a block on the other side, find that block here on the inside of your right leg. Left hand comes to the block, right hand comes up to a spinal twist. Take a deep breath here. Now go ahead and use your palms, put them to your knee, push up, and bring your hands up to a high lunge. Now put your hands down, step back, and this time bring your body all the way to the floor. Your hands are going to be right below your shoulders. Now use your back muscles, baby cobra. Come all the way down. Hands come back down the sides. Lift up your feet, lift up your legs. And go ahead and set your hands back down. Sit back into child's pose. Don't rest here too long. Maybe you find length. Lean forward, push up into plank. Step your right foot forward. High lunge once more. Hands come up to the air. Now twist to the right, where your right hand comes to the back, left hand forward. Inhale, bring it back together. Exhale, twist to the left. Now exhale down, go through Chaturanga, and we'll meet in Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, step to the front of the mat. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands come up to touch, prayer. From here, go ahead and lift up your left knee tip. Grab your palms so you're standing on your right foot only. Use your right hand on your right hip to make sure that both of your hips are facing forward and that they're even. We're going to do some deep breaths here. Now go ahead and pull your left leg out to the side and your right glance over to your right shoulder. Some breaths here. Now clasp your hands under your knee. Straighten your leg as much as you can. If you have to bend it, that's okay. Remove your hands. Leave your leg floating here. And bring your left foot down to the mat. Now the other side. Bring your right knee up to your hands. Now drift your right leg out and your left hand to your hip to keep it even. Glance over your left shoulder. Grab a hold under your knees, straighten your leg as much as you can. If you need to keep your knee bent, that's okay too. Go ahead and let that go. Balance here. Strength, strength, strength. Hold it. Now go ahead and set your right foot down to meet your left foot. Feet are mat width apart. Toes are pointing slightly outward. And you squat down, Malasana. Hands at prayer. Use the back of your arms to push into your knees. Find length in your spine. Wiggle here if you need to find a little bit of movement in your hips. Dip your chin slightly. Find lots of length in the back of your neck and the spine. Deep breaths here. When you're ready, go ahead and sit onto your butt. Bring the bottoms of your feet to touch in butterfly. Now, if you find that you're curving in your lower back, maybe you can set a block underneath of you. Just have something to sit up on. Find extra length in your spine. Bring your heels as close to your pubic bone as you can. Maybe you can peel the insides of your feet open as if you're reading a book, and you find a little bit of fold. Now go ahead and remove the block and slide your feet just a little bit forward. So now we can find a bend in your spine, more of a restorative pose. You can slide your hands underneath your legs and come to meet them at your feet. Maybe you put a block under your head. Now, whatever you'd like to do here to find a little bit extra space in your body, just do whatever feels good. Remembering to breathe. Go ahead and sit up. Lay your right leg all the way on the floor. Bend in your left knee. Reach for your feet, but if you can't reach your feet, you can reach at your ankles. Just fold here. Maybe with a couple more breaths, you're able to find more length. Maybe you can reach down and grab the insides of your feet. Now go ahead and push up and we'll swap legs. Left leg straight, bend your right knee. Bottom of foot comes in to touch your thigh. Inhale. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe you're grabbing your calf, your ankle. If you're really flexible, maybe you can grab your foot. Maybe you'd like to set your forehead down onto your thigh. Find a really good stretch here. Breathe. On your next inhale, push up. And then we're going to come and lay on our back. Roll down very carefully, one vertebrae at a time. Pull your knees into your chest, hands over knees. Sway back and forth, Apanasana. Lay your left foot down on the ground and your right foot comes over your thigh to pigeon pose. Make sure that your right foot is flexed here and your left foot is flexed. Maybe you can reach to grab your knee, maybe you just reach behind your thigh. Whatever you do, make sure you keep your back flat on the floor. Bring your left foot back down to the floor and your right foot comes down and over, and you're glancing over your right shoulder to a supine spinal twist. With your right arm, go ahead and move it around. Just try to stretch out some of the extra fascia in there. Perfect. Now, bring your knees up, both feet on the ground, and swap sides. Left foot comes over your right thigh. Wherever you grabbed last time, whether it was your knee or behind your thigh, keeping your back flat on the floor. Deep breaths here. Bring your foot down to the floor and twist, putting your left foot down on the opposite side. You're glancing over your left hand. And go ahead and sway your hand around here, massaging your fascia, finding an extra good stretch, stopping wherever it feels really good. Perfect. Very carefully bring both your knees back in to your chest, Apanasana. Set both of your legs down on the ground in Savasana. Palms are facing up. You can do a traditional Savasana here, or you can bring the bottoms of your feet to touch, knees swayed open, and just lay here. Now, as our practice has come to an end, I just want to remind you how absolutely beautiful and strong and courageous that you are. The universe has your best interest at heart. Everything that happens is according to your plan, playing out the karma of your beautiful life. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. Namaste.